cannot do it. Get off, cannot do that. I call the police. You not take.
She grabs my wrist, shoves my face, and is like attacking me. And then she starts screaming, call the police. I'm like, yes, please, call the police. Like, what are you doing?
Welcome back to another episode of Clocked Out Conversations. I'm your host, Vyncke, and today I have some more TikTok content. I watched ahead a little bit on this story time. It seemed like it's a story time about her having an altercation at a nail salon. I don't know what happened with her nails or whatever, so I'm figuring it out with you guys. I'm not here to waste your time. Like, comment, and subscribe for more, and let's get into it.
Story time on how I was assaulted at a nail salon.
You cannot do it. Get off, cannot do that. I call the police. You not take.
I still can't believe that shit happened. Yeah, we got a couple claw marks. My neck is as bad as it was. It's not funny. It's really not funny. I don't need to be laughing at this. It's not funny. Kind of is. I don't know if I'm able to post the whole video though, because her face is in it. Also, I don't know if TikTok would like that. Let's just start from the very beginning. Me and my sister went to this nail salon. It's in our local hometown. It's been there forever. I used to go there in high school, and it was good. It was really good. You remember in my previous video, I said, look at my busted nails, and I still paid for the removal? That's what this is. We paid for the services in full. We didn't argue. We were just like, you know, I said no thank you, my sister paid, and that was that. Later, that following evening, my sister is starting to have a terrible reaction. Her eyes are super red and itchy and bumpy. Her nail is swollen and inflamed. As a cosmetologist, I know I'm kind of beating myself up for it because just the state of this salon, we should have left. We shouldn't have been there. It was extremely dirty. She was using obviously unsanitized implements on my sister. Dirty nail files, dirty clippers, dirty station. Just the station wasn't even wiped down. You could see nail residue just on the station. So my sister calls the following day asking for a refund or even a partial refund. The lady was beyond rude, just like she was during my sister's nail appointment. Once I sat down to get my nails removed, I came in to get a full set of acrylics and a soak off. At the time I had Gel X on my nails, so I just wanted a fresh set of acrylics. I haven't had them in a while, dang. She sits me down, we sit down next to each other, and the lady looks at my nails and says, what's this? I said, it's Gel X. She said, you can't soak that off in acetone. I was like, yes you can. Yes, you can. I don't want to argue with you nor tell you how to do your job, but yes, you can. Anyone who knows anything, acetone will eat through anything. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. So she then tries to pop them off with another nail tip. I politely reminded her, I didn't ask for a pop off. I asked for a soak off because I want it done the right way. And you cannot pop off Gel X. It's already so damaging when someone does that with acrylics. I couldn't imagine Gel X. I couldn't. She put both AirPods in and completely disassociated. Anytime my sister would ask for a tweak or anything on her nails, the lady would ignore her. We would just look at each other kind of in disbelief, like she's not listening.
Now, I'm a man, so I'm not familiar with all of this nail terminology, but excuse me, if I'm paying you to do a service and I ask you to do it a certain way and you come back to me saying, no, I'm not going to do it that way, and you put your AirPods in and you disassociate? What kind of service is that, man? Please. I'd have got up and left.
Wanted to just tap the desk and be like, are you here? Are you listening? It was so bad. It was just so rude. And she was extremely rude to her on the phone. My sister called back multiple times saying, hey, this is not getting any better. If I have to go get like antibiotics or whatever to take care of this, I will be sending this to you. Like, I'm not paying for this. Like, I don't think even a partial refund that she was asking for towards the end of just the bullshit of her just being dismissive, a partial refund would have been $30. Come on, lady. So after my sister called me like super upset about the whole thing, I decided to call just to get their license number and her name, because I have every right as a client, as a customer, to get state board in there to check it out. I know what this is supposed to look like. I know that they are not up to code and there's a million different violations in that nail salon. And again, I have every right for the safety of other customers and other clients to have them check it out. I don't see a problem with that. I just don't. Call me petty, call me whatever you want. I really don't care. Call the nail salon.
I always find it hilarious when a person gets super white collar with their official terminology whenever a service or a product doesn't work well for them. Now they're threatening to call people up, the authorities to kind of handle the situation. Although, of course, she's in the right. The person, the servicewoman did a horrible job with doing her nails, obviously. You got her sister talking about antibiotics. It's just hilarious how people get real official when things go wrong, but I digress.
Say, hello, I'm calling to get the name and license number of the lady who performed a service on my sister the other day. Immediately, she starts going off. Already cussing at me over the phone. She's screaming and yelling, telling me that I have no business asking her for that, and she's sure as hell not going to give it to me over the phone, and that if I want it, I have to come to the salon to get it. And then hangs up the phone. Again, super disrespectful, super dismissive. Truthfully, I don't think she thought I was going to show up. I think she thought I was just gonna forget it and let it be. You got the wrong one, girl. You got the wrong one. So I was like, okay, that's a bet. Nail salons and any service industry field like massage therapy, nails, hair salons, esthetician salons have to have their license posted for the public and for customers to see. It's basically a, yeah, I'm certified to do this. I know what I'm doing type thing. But it has to be public. It has to be front of salon. Everyone has to be able to see it. So I walk in there very politely, very kindly. I'm recording so that I can go ahead and just get the license picture and get out. Oh my God, this is where it goes south. I say, hi, how are you? I say, good, how are you? I said, I'm good, thank you. It started off polite. It started off nice. I said, I spoke with somebody on the phone earlier and I'm here to get a license number and name of the person who performed a service on my sister. And she said, that's when she lost it. I don't have to give you anything. I told you I'm not giving you a refund. We're way past a refund. We are way past a refund at this point. I lift my phone to get the wall of licenses. She grabs my wrist, shoves my face, and is like attacking me. And then she starts screaming, call the police. I'm like, yes, please, call the police. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is insane. This is mad. So as I head back to the other side of the salon, the older lady then again approaches me and tries to knock my phone out of my hand and is demanding for me to give it to her. Obviously, I said no. Like, what? She then goes from behind me again and I just start screaming like, do not touch me. Do not touch me. It took every single ounce of patience in me to absolutely knock the hell out of her. She rips her license off of the wall, slams it down on the desk. I'm trying to get the salon's license number. And then obviously I came in there for hers. I'm not leaving without it at that point. I'm just not.
She better than me because she would have got hit with an uppercut. She got hit with an uppercut. You putting your hands on me, self-defense. You got hit with an uppercut. That'd have been the end of that conversation.
Leaving without it. So what do? I snatched that hoe. I snatched it right off the desk and went to the other side of the salon to get a clear photo of it. So then another lady from the back, she was kind of there the whole time. I don't even know really where she came from because my back was turned to them. Rookie mistake, I guess. This lady runs and jumps, not even jumps, just attacks me from the back and is trying to take my phone. And then the other lady is in front of me, also trying to take my phone. I'm being just berated between both of these women, and honestly, I'm kind of in shock the whole time. Get off me, you're not allowed to touch me, stop touching me. I'm freaking out. I call my mommy because my mommy is she's gonna she said, call the police right now. So I called the police. The 911 lady was so nice. She was so nice. She just does a great job at her job. Shout out to you. I was like, am I allowed to leave? Can I leave? And she was like, yes, you have every right to leave. She's barricading the door and I can't get out. I said, okay, I'm gonna have to put my hands on her in order to leave. Am I allowed to do that? And she was like, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Which makes sense because that would have been me starting a physical fight yet again. So probably not the best idea. I absolutely would have just and been gone, but whatever. So then the police show up. The guy is like, okay, can somebody explain to me what's going on? And she said, let her. Thank you. I'll take the microphone. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna let this cool down.
Why does the other lady talk about her like she in the right? Let her explain. If I was the other lady, I'd have been in there trying to not allow her to explain because I know I'm in the wrong.
So I explained to him exactly what happened. I explained to him exactly why I was there. I tried to be as calm as possible. Basically, he watched my video that I had on my phone, and he went back to their office and watched the salon's footage, which she was extremely apprehensive to give, mind you. She didn't want to show him that. Duh. So then he comes back out, and honestly, I don't know why they weren't arrested on the spot. It kind of bothers me a little bit just because it was 2-on-1, extremely aggressive, so what's the word? Uncalled for, but not provoked. Just so unprovoked. That's the word. So then he hands me their information, tells me, you know, you're allowed to file for assault. He said, in this case, I would file for assault, because duh. The owner comes out and he starts screaming and cussing me out, telling me I have no right to be there, I shouldn't have been there in the first place, saying that he already cleared it, he said no refunds, and I'm like, you don't even know what the deal is. I don't need a refund. I don't need the money anymore, okay? I don't. So I went down to file for assault. Yeah, and a part of me wonders if she was hiding her license so much because it's forged or like not real. Makes me wonder, but I'm definitely looking that up because I have it. She was screaming and yelling at them saying that there's personal information on there, and I'm like, there's not. There's literally not. It's your name and your last name and your state board license number. That's all there is on there. Like, I know. I tried telling you that I know, but you didn't want to listen. So yeah, unfortunately halfway through when the lady kind of jumped on me, the video ended somehow and I wasn't able to get that other part of the interaction, and I was really upset when I saw that. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But I got a good portion of it. So I don't know if I should post it, if I'm allowed to post it. I don't know. And by the way, this was Victoria Nails and Spa in downtown Hendersonville, North Carolina. So yeah, I'm gonna insert some pictures just to show you when they were fresh. It's not terrible. I mean, I'll live, it's fine, like whatever, but that was just beyond unnecessary. I don't even know what to say anymore, so I'm gonna just end it here. Hi guys. I made a list of a few pointers because there's so many comments and I am trying my best to read them all, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Thank you all for caring and being supportive of this and hearing me out and just listening to the story and giving me advice and legal advice, and it's all very appreciated. I notice it all, I see it all, and I'm very grateful. Okay. So I made a list. First, I want to start out, some people were upset about how I handled it. Just the whole situation in general. Why we didn't leave.
I will get her on that point. You shouldn't have been there to begin with. You saw how dirty and nasty and mucky and grimy the place was as soon as you walked in there with your sister. It gets to a point where you can make the argument that you kind of asked for this. You know, you kind of asked for this. You went in there, you saw that it was a horrible establishment. You decided to continue to patronize it. Yeah. But at the same time, that doesn't justify the other party attacking you, hitting you, barricading the doors in. All for what? Because I want your damn license? Yeah, no. I do think that you should proceed with legal action. And yeah, that's that.
Why I went back, why I didn't fight back, all of the above. I've never been in a situation like this before. During the physical altercations, I was extremely shocked. Honestly, I didn't know what to do. I had my keys, my phone, my purse, all this stuff in my hands. My hands were honestly raised most of the time because I don't know. I didn't know what to do. I ain't gonna hold you. And why we didn't leave, I don't know. I'm honestly very disappointed in myself for not leaving. From the jump, it was extremely awkward. I could tell there was already hostility in the salon. I didn't want to make things worse. I'm beating myself up for it a little bit because we should have left. I know that. I know we should have left. For future reference, if you ever see those things, just leave. Just leave. It's okay. Just never go back. Be like, no, thank you, and get out, okay? I'm still mad at myself for that. I'm still very mad at myself for that. I did not get my nails done there. I got these done elsewhere. I sat in a bowl of acetone for over an hour while she was doing my sister's nails. I was scraping off my own gel X, and then she tells me to go wash my hands. I stand up, she's working on somebody else. So I said, you know what, forget it. I was like, don't worry, I don't have time. I don't have time for this. So for the people who saying you can't necessarily soak off gel X with soft gel and rubber base, yeah, you can. And that's what they were. And that's what they always are, typically. So a lot of people were saying that, oh, all you needed was her name. You could have looked it up and whoop-de-woo. I couldn't even get that. I couldn't even get her name. This is what I found when trying to look on State Board's website to find her license and just get her name in general. I needed all of that. I needed her name and I needed her license number. I didn't know that there was another way to look up people's licenses. I didn't know that there was any way possible to do that without their name. And I couldn't even get that. So I don't know. But I didn't have her name and I didn't have her license number and I didn't have the salon's number. So I'm sorry. Again, sorry I failed in that aspect. My bad. North Carolina license, I have never seen someone have an address on there. I've never seen, the address is not on my license. I've never seen that before. There's no personal information there. So that's not real. That's not a real thing. No clients were in the salon. That should have been a red flag. I
know we say that at barbershops. Brothers in barbershops, you know, you go to a barbershop and there's nobody in a chair, and the barbershop is full primarily, meaning there are people patronizing that barbershop going to barbers, but there's one barber in particular that nobody is patronizing, nobody is a customer of. He's either a new barber or he's trash. And do you really want to be the first customer of a new barber? I don't think so. Do you really want to be the victim of a bad barber? I don't think so. Yeah.
Walked in there and immediately noticed that and was like, oh shit. Like, okay. I was extremely nice walking in. I didn't, if I had known that it would go this way, I probably would have acted differently, but I had zero reason to believe that anybody would ever put their hands on somebody. And my fault for giving someone the benefit of the doubt, but damn, this is a business and I cannot believe that you would take it to that extent. That is unbelievable to me. So again, sorry for failing in that aspect. I don't know what anybody would have done in that situation. Some people might have thrown hands, some people, you know, but some people wouldn't have even gone, and that's fine. But all I can do is look at it in hindsight. Sorry. I'm trying to get the police report. I'm trying to find a lawyer. I don't know how to do any of this. I have zero clue how to do any of this. I don't even know if I can afford a lawyer. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if a court would appoint me one. I'm trying to navigate it and trying to be as mindful about what I say as possible because I don't want to mess this up in any way, shape, or form. So I'm probably not going to post the full video until I get some answers in that aspect. A couple of clients walked in as the police were there, and when things were more calm, they left. They left. They should have been arrested on the spot, in my opinion. Based off of what the footage was that even the sergeant said to me, was the way he acted towards it especially was like, yeah, I would definitely go file for assault. This is crazy. Like, he even handed me their information, said this is the one that was on your back the entire time. And I was like, okay. So the other police officer said that he was upset because they weren't arrested on the spot. One was a sergeant, one was an officer. So the officer couldn't really speak the sergeant. I don't know why they weren't arrested. I don't know if it was just, I don't want to do it. Let them battle this out in court. So we don't have.
So I bet you if they were black, they'd have got arrested. I bet you if they were black, they would have got arrested. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. I know the people that hit her were not black. Because if they were black, they'd have threw them sisters in handcuffs so quick. Boy, please.
To do it, I don't know. I wish there were things I could have done differently. I called my mommy because I was scared. Okay, I'm sorry. I called my mommy. I don't know.
Her saying mommy is killing me, bro.
I have zero answer for that. I don't know why I did that. Oh, girl. Moral of the story. I understand where I could have handled things differently. I understand that I probably could have punched the lady. Some people were saying, why didn't you physically move her to get out of the salon? I asked the police lady because by that point we were off of each other and away from each other. The lady was just basically saying, don't start interacting again, try to disassociate, just wait for the police to get there, etc. Which I understand. I would not want to be sued for starting a physical fight again. So I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know if there's any merit for them to have sued me. I don't know. I was just listening to the lady on the phone. So
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to state cases, man, please. One thing that I've learned just from looking these things up, researching them is, if you got a good enough lawyer, bruh, you can pretty much get away with anything. If you got the money for a good enough lawyer, they'll find a reason. You'll mess around. The business owner mess around, turn it around on you, sue you. Be like, how the hell that happened? You attacked me. If you got the money, you can get away with anything. That's just how it is.
I'm sorry. I don't know. And I've never been in any situation like that before. So to say, oh, you should have done this, oh, you should have done that, it is easy for me to look back and be like, yeah, totally should have done that. But I was just trying to remain calm and handle the situation as best as I could think in that moment to like digress the situation. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, it's frustrating, but this is what they look like today. Whatever. Here's a little clip of like what they've looked like over the period of time that this happened. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But this is my curling iron. People were asking what curling iron I was using. This is a graphite titanium by Babyliss. This is my favorite curling iron. I love this thing. A lot of people were also asking why I'm so tan. It's the beach and the tanning bed. I ain't gonna lie. I tried using tanning products for a very long time, and I know the tanning bed is bad, I know. But it's messy, and I don't have the time for that, so sorry for that too. Thanks to everyone for their support and for being invested in this with me and for giving your advice and your opinions. It's all very much appreciated, and God forbid this were to ever happen again. Hopefully we never come into this situation ever again. I'll know how to handle it, okay? I'll know how to handle it for next time. I know it's not like super exciting, and I'm sorry to disappoint, but again, I don't know what I'm doing, so just bear with me. For all the people who are disappointed in how I handled this, I am too. I think this is a great learning lesson for me and for other people that it is okay to speak up. Hopefully you won't get assaulted. Oh my God. It's okay to speak up at the beginning. When you see something wrong, it is okay to say, that's dirty, can we use something else? I truly felt like it would not have mattered. It wouldn't have. They probably didn't have a clean tool in there to use. I digress. But I feel like it is also okay on my end to just share my story, share my experience, learn from it, and use it. I know, officially, I will never be going back to a nail salon. I just won't. For a pedicure, manicure, none of that. I was with my sister at the time. It was something that we wanted to do together. I usually do my own nails all the time. I just wish that never happened. I just wish it never happened. So, I don't really know what else to say. I really don't know how else to direct the situation besides just waiting to hear from someone who knows what the hell they're talking about, law enforcement wise, you know. It is frustrating to me though that the officers were on separate ends of should we arrest them, should we not. That's frustrating, and I feel like that was handled really poorly, but what can you do? This is not my regular. It is not even good. It's not even good. It was the closest thing to me though. I will keep you guys updated on this as much as I can. I'm trying again to keep things civil till I get legal advice on how to handle this. So yeah, sorry, I don't really know what else to say.
She's saying sorry too damn much. You crazy. I'm the one sitting up here on camera with scars up and down my lips, scars on my wrist and whatnot, and you sitting here saying sorry. Man, to hell with them folks. Shoot, the only thing she did wrong in my opinion is stand when she saw that the establishment was not up to par. That's the only thing that she did wrong. Everything else, please. She was in the heat of the moment. She probably wasn't thinking straight. I'd have put the paws on somebody. But, you know, I keep looking at the monitor behind you guys. But yeah, she didn't do nothing wrong. She didn't do nothing wrong, really. You know, saying sorry. I'm the one sitting up here abused. I'm a victim. Tweaking. No, I'm not. No. She's alright. They'll be alright sitting here talking down on me and stuff like that, saying I'm wrong and I'm right and I'm the one sitting up here with scars on my face and scars on my lip. You out of your goddamn mind. But thank you for sitting here and watching this foolishness with me. Like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.